Hello, welcome back. Once more, I am working on solving chess puzzles. In my last chess puzzle solving episode, I made it from 400 to 624 rating. Now we're going to go some more. In this puzzle, I am... Can I give a check? That's always the first thing I look for in these puzzles. In this case, it does look like it's going to be checkmate because the rook will come back and then I will capture it. I believe that's the solution. Well, the bishop will come back first. I didn't even spot that. Okay, the 14 in a row, I guess that's consecutive from yesterday. Okay, here I do have... Oh, I meant to draw an arrow. Good thing that was the right move. Okay, now I believe here that will be protected by the bishop. Okay. Wow, I've got to watch that. Several times I've made a move when I was intending to draw an arrow. All right, here I have what's known as a battery. Two pieces that can move along the same file or diagonal, and I believe I can just force a back rank check here by first moving the king away from this square, and then here had more power than the opponent. Okay, in this one and the black pieces, I do have checks, but neither one of them look good. Actually, well, this one doesn't look bad. This one right here, because let's see, these squares are covered by that rook. This one's covered by the knight, and these two are covered by the king. Okay, that was it. Let's see. Here I have a super strong battery, but this square is guarded by the queen and a rook. I believe 3 beats 1, and none of these, my 3 pieces are pinned. No. So queen, and then this queen will capture, and then rook, and then this rook will capture, and then this rook will be checkmate. Okay. Here I do not have any checks. White's king is fairly well guarded and off the back rank. However, I see this, which is a forking threat against the 2 rooks. I also have a threat against the queen, but then that would leave a free pawn. Maybe... No, that's not forcing, is it? Wait. Because the queen can't go there or there because of the pawn and the queen, and it couldn't go anywhere on this file because of the rook, but it could escape diagonally. So that's not, I don't think that's it. I think it's this forking move here. Okay. White prevented my pawn from promoting, but now I can take this rook and protect my bishop at the same time. Okay. I'm not concerned with only getting 5 points per puzzle due to how long it takes me to solve it. For example, it says the target time for that puzzle was 21 seconds. And I'm sure it took me longer than that. If you get it in the target time or lower, you'll get more points, but I'm more concerned with understanding the puzzles and getting them correct when possible. Okay, Now here, I do see that I have another battery set up, but even after my second piece gets to this square, the king will have multiple escape routes. My queen is currently in grave danger, so it does need to be moved. If I'm going to lose it, I should lose it for... Wait, no. Yeah, I should lose it for 2 rooks instead of just leaving it here. But I just noticed this rook guards this square, so the king's only escape square would be here. And I have... Would that be checkmate? It might, because this pawn then would be pinned. Okay, I believe that's it. And the king goes there, and then there. That should be checkmate. Okay. I got 8 points that time. I must have solved it in fewer than 30 seconds. The theme is passed pawns? No. I'm going to downvote that. The theme of this one was not passed pawns. The theme of this was... One of them was battery. I wouldn't say basic checkmates or... But attacking a castled king, maybe? Not... Okay, well, definitely battery and not passed pawns. Okay. This queen is threatening... Not only threatening... Wait. Okay, and the queen is guarding this rook. I wonder if I were to say check... Yes. I believe that's it. If I say check... The king can't move, so the rook would have to go here, and then this queen is up for grabs. I believe that's it. Okay. 15 points. Oh, I solved that much more quickly than they expected. Yay for me. All right. Queen guards the rook, which threatens my queen. However, let's see. I have a check that white does not have a very good defense against. The king would be forced to move to this square, and then I can move my queen out of danger. Perhaps? Let's try. Okay. I'm not sure why. Not sure why white sacrificed its rook. I probably would have done this. Oh, that would have been a bad idea because of a further check, and then... Yeah, okay. It had to sacrifice the rook, I see. Here, I do not have checks. This bishop is lined up with the king, which is something to keep an eye on. And, oh, I do have a check, a protected check, and this just looks like checkmate. Guarded by the knight. Okay, that was checkmate. Well, that was... We have 2 batteries facing each other. If I capture the queen, it would be a check, but then they will capture back. And then if I capture back, we just lose all of that. And then I see, though, that this other rook is trapped for the time being, and my other rook is active. So perhaps... Oh, I just saw this. I can give a check here, and then take the queen with my rook. That works out much better for me. One thing I'm trying to learn is that if you see a good move, or what I think is a good move, to look for a better one. Also to look for what's wrong with it. That's one thing that puzzles are helping me with. Here, look for checks first. I do have a check, which is easily defended. My queen is being threatened. Something needs to be done about that. This bishop is on a line with that, but this pawn is in the way. I could move the pawn, which was threaten these pieces, but then my queen is still hanging. So I'm guessing it has something to do with moving my queen. If I move the queen here, the knight just continues after me. So maybe the check is the best idea. Wait. Yes. This is the best idea, and I just saw why. Because I have a battery here. All I need to do is get this knight out of the way. All right. Again, knight threatening my queen. But, again, I have this move, which is check, which will force the king away, and then I have the battery. Seems like an awful lot of puzzles are back rank checkmate with a battery. This one does not look like it will be that. Although, if I retake, that will be check. But then the knight will retake. And that will open up this file for the queen. What else do I have? That's protected. If I take this, what happens? Wait. If I take this, and they take that, and I take this, then I get 2 pieces for 1. All right. That I believe they were getting out of the way to connect these 2 pieces, but I think I'm just going to take it. What happens? What's the downside of me taking that? Okay. Ooh, lots of power pieces here coming toward my king, and these 2 are connected. However, I am not in check. None of my well, this is a soft pin here. But I do have 2 pieces pointing, I just noticed, at this pawn. So I believe we're going to have another battery back rank checkmate. Yes, okay. Now I do have another battery here. And that's the extent of my pieces. What I have here is about to be a discovered check as soon as this bishop moves out of the way, one way or the other. If I go check here, he moves out of the way, and then that's mate, I think. Okay. Okay. Now, instead of taking, which would just lose a rook for a rook, I can go here with a protected check, which will force his king away. Then I will get this rook for free, I believe. Okay, that was it. This pawn is pinned. I have some pretty strong pieces threatening action here. However, again, I have this awesome battery pointing at... Let's just checkmate, one move. Okay. Ooh, that looks dangerous. I have a check that the king cannot move out of, so it would have to block with the queen. And then the queen would be pinned, so this would be checkmate, I believe. Oh, can block with that. Well, either way, okay, when I take this and the queen takes, this is still going to be checkmate. What have we here? I can check, which is a fork, but that square is defended. But then I would get the queen. I would be willing to take the queen. Wait. No, because once I move the rook off the back rank, wouldn't they have a mate? No, because I could move my rook back to the back rank, protected by the queen. All right. Let's see. I have a check here. The check here as well. However, which one is better? If I check with the knight, the king could come forward or move over or move over. If I check with the queen, it definitely can't come forward. It can only move over, and then the knight would be guarding this spot and that spot. I think the queen is better here. Okay, checkmate. Wait, 17 minutes? Is this going to be my longest video ever? I can check, but the queen then just would capture. But then I would get the rook. And if they capture with the pawn, if they capture the knight with the pawn, then my queen can take the queen, but then the rook takes the queen and says, check. And I've lost a knight and a queen for a queen. So I don't think that's it. What else do I have? This looks like one I'm going to fail, but I'm going to try that anyway. Yep. All right. What was the answer? Just out of curiosity. It was the knight. It was knight taking bishop to lose my queen. Okay. Not sure why the rook came down for that final capture. That was a poor trade on their part. All right. Yeah, I probably... Okay, but I do see that if I'm going to sacrifice a knight, or possibly sacrifice a knight, then it should be for a bishop instead of just giving it away. All right, this looks dangerous. Coming here for my king. However, I have what's known as a ladder mate. So I believe that's it. All right. Another battery. But I also have a battery. And neither one of these pieces are pinned, so I think this one's obvious. Okay. I do have this check. And then that square would be protected by the knight once the king moves. Is there any way? There's no way to block that check. Oh, well. That interposition is useless, and only done because they know that this is checkmate. again with the battery. Are they worried that I'm not going to be able to see those? Because I keep getting those. Okay. Feel like I'm pretty good at seeing those. What I'm not good at seeing are these sorts of things. I do notice the rook is lined up with my queen, so I don't want to move the knight. That's a soft pin on the knight. Bishop wants to come in here, and I would not be able to take back because of the pin. I'm in trouble, is what this is saying. Lots of trouble. I could block the rook here. Wait, but the queen's, this is checkmate. Is it not? The rook is irrelevant because the bishop goes here first, and then this would be checkmate. And do I not have a way of stopping that? Ah. Okay. I just kind of guessed. Oh yeah, obviously I can't do that. I have to move out of check. Here, or, oh, and then they get the rook. No, the rook is protected. Okay. Oh, I have to go down. That's forced. Okay. I'm not sure I understand that one. I might have to come back and analyze that one later. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. I certainly did. We'll see you next time.